There's only one way that I can start off the stream today. It feels hella good. First and foremost, 8-event winning streak. That feels nice. Still in a little bit of a hole for 2021, but things are feeling great just because, you know, the momentum is finally on my side. We hit 300 active patrons on the Patreon page. Shout out to everybody on the Patreon. You guys are fucking killing it. Thank you so much. And then we're 6 subscribers away from 3,000 on YouTube. It feels like everything is just adding up together today. So I had to celebrate a little bit. Also brought out the championship Raptors hat today. All right, let me get that done with. I just had to do it. Things are feeling good. Things are feeling great. Did I wake up at 9 o'clock today? Or sorry, did I go to sleep at 4 o'clock last night? Wake up at 9 o'clock today to feed my dog, and then get back into bed, get a little more Z's, and then I woke up like half an hour ago. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Things are going so well. It's awesome. But I know the bigger the star gets, or the bigger the success gets, the higher the success gets, all of that shit, there's going to be more there's going to be more spotlight on me, and there's going to be more trolls, and there's going to be more haters and all that type of shit. And that's the one thing that I obviously don't like about my line of work, right? You got to put yourself out there to gain the success, to gain the momentum, and be able to do this shit full time, right? Be able to do this successfully. So I know, just as my guy Ariel has a ton of fucking haters, just as my guy Dan Levy has a ton of fucking haters, it's all gonna come. And there are times where it's gonna be a little bit tougher to deal with that shit, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job of sounding that shit out. But man, today feels good. To wake up and hit that 300 active Patreon mark is amazing. It shows that people like trust me. You know what I mean? There's a fuck ton of people that even trust me during the hard times, right? Like the beginning of the year, I was on a fucking shit streak, right? Like I couldn't get anything going. I got down pretty much right off the bat, minus 25 units. But going back to the old school lock of the night method, I've pretty much swung the momentum back in my side, and I'm sticking with it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? There's gonna be so many people that are out there, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're a square, you're a fish, whatever the fuck it is." Don't give a fuck. Cash and tickets on a week-to-week basis. That's all that matters to me. I know the L is eventually gonna come, but if the success remains the way that it is, and I know that I can hit these lock of the night plays the way that I'm playing them right now at more than 81 to 82% of the time, I'm happy. My Patreon members are happy. That's why the number continues to skyrocket. That's why the love is continuing to go. So obviously you want to look at somebody from a long-term perspective, and I feel like my long-term tracking record is unfair to what brought me to the table, and that was sticking to the lock of the night method, and then getting pressured by that stigma of, find sharper lines, bet closely, closer odds. You know what I mean? Try to set yourself apart that way, be sharp that way. And then it didn't work out for me. I tried it for a long fucking time, and it didn't work out. And then ultimately, at the beginning of the year, like a month or so into it, I'm just like, fuck it, I can't. That's not me. That's not my betting style. And now here we are. I will admit, I did start my lock of the night method maybe an event or two before the streak started, and it did whiff. But the one regret that I do have, hold on, let me pull up my Bet MMA tips real quick. So I made the change in terms of I'm only betting on high level fights, or high level fighters, I should say, fighters that that exemplify, a very expert type proficiency in certain parts of the game, and that's what would allow them to be way more successful than their opponents, and that's what's been working out for me. So I believe I started it off with yeah, I right after UFC 258, even though it was a winning event for me, lock the night play that night was actually it did start with UFC 258. Yeah, it definitely started with 258 because the February 6th event was the one where I had Mike Rodriguez parlayed with Cody Stamen as my lock of the night play, and obviously that one whiffs. But that's the after that event, I'm like, okay, only quality fighters. Kamaru Usman hits my lock of the night play, and I hit pretty much everything on that card outside of a point 0.2 unit stab on Diego Lima over Bilal Muhammad via decision at plus 1150, and then I go with Curtis Blades inside the distance against Derek Lewis. I thought that was a good spot and it blew up in my face. I'm okay with losing that bet. But then the next one, this is where I was still teetering on like not fully going with the lock the night method, which was I parlayed Magomed Ankalaev and Jimmy Rivera 4 units at plus 117. The Jimmy Rivera leg of it, I probably shouldn't. And I was hella confident back then, right? I'm not going to say I 100% regret it. I was very confident in Jimmy Rivera in that spot, and I was surprised at the odds that I was getting. But at the end of the day, it was still a close fight. And I could acknowledge that he was just going to have to outpoint him to win that fight. But Munoz is going to have the volume and continues to move forward. I didn't think the calf kicks were going to have as much of a damage as it did to Jimmy Rivera in that fight. I thought he'd be able to check those. And then after that is when I said, "Fuck it, we're going on a streak. We're hammering it down. No regular bets, no just random bets. We're just going to do luck and I play, dog and I play, and move forward." And it's been profit since then. Sean Brady, UFC 259. Leon Edwards against Bilal Muhammad. That one kind of shits the bed just because it's no contest. So that's a push. So we're on an 8 event winning streak, but 7 straight lock of the night hits. Then we go out there and bet the Montel Jackson and Jesse Strader under 2.5, 4 units at minus 191 hit. Omar Morales over Shane Young, 5 units at minus 196 hit. Khalid Murtazaliyev, I actually had him parlayed with Mahmoud Burkamov. Burkamov pulls off the night before, so I end up with just 4 units at minus 275 on Murtazaliyev. Hit. 4 units, under 2.5 on Zingano and Olivia Parker. Hit, just because I saw the huge discrepancy in skill and jiu-jitsu acumen for Zingano, and I knew she was going to hit that. Obviously, she was a big favorite going into that fight too, but I knew she was going to finish that fight. Next fight, 5 units, Joe Selecki, minus 225 hit. And then yesterday, Mads Burnell, 4 units, minus 198 hit. Tonight will tie my longest winning streak if I am able to hit my lock of the night play. And I'm hoping that's exactly what happens. I wish I could track down when my 9 event winning streak happened last time. But I don't want to do that while I'm doing this shit, while I'm doing the stream with you guys. So shout out to the guys that are in the stream right now. Make sure you guys hit that like. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe. Hopefully I could hit that 3,000 mark by the end of the stream. That'll be nice. Oh, look at that. I'm already 3 away now. So I got 3 more during this, over the last half an hour, I should say. So maybe by the end of the stream, I'll hit 3,000. But yeah, man, it felt great waking up today to see that number. And it's big a testament to the amount of work that I've been putting in. But we keep it rolling. The next goal is 400. You know what I mean? So I'm 100 away from my next goal. All right, let's see what the chat's saying here, and then we can get the show on the road. My guy Pascal Gabalt. Great show last night. It was real fun to listen to you guys during Bellator's main event. Yeah, that was more of an impromptu thing, right? I didn't think the guys would be down to actually stick around and watch the Bellator card, or at least the main event. Maybe I'll ask when we do have a conflicting broadcast schedule again, where we're doing the ultimate weigh-in show and we're doing and there's a Bellator card on at the same time. I'll ask the guys before the stream if they'd be down to stick around and watch the main event. That's always going to be my goal, to like at least have the breakdowns wrapped up before the main event of Bellator, and then we can just chill, either end the stream and watch the fights, or just watch the fights with you guys. Rex Lee saying ride or die with Lachlan. I thank you, my brother. I really appreciate it. Matt Reed, thoughts on Bellator last night? Good fights. I have my dog and then I play as Phil Davis. He whiffs. Only got myself to really blame there, but I think I put a lot of stock into their last fight. Even though Nemkov won, it seemed like the momentum was really shifting towards Phil Davis, and just couldn't get anything going. Uh, and Nemkov looked great last night. So hats off to Nemkov. But I'm happy that I hit my lock of the night play, which was Mads Burnell. That was like the second fight of the night, which is hilarious because by the time the main event came around, it felt like the Mads Burnell fight was a week ago. But happy to hit that spot. Corey Anderson looked great. You know what I mean? There's always the question marks of what's Corey Anderson's chin going to look like when he's facing these guys that have power in their hands. And this was another one where I felt a little bit iffy if Yagi was going to be able to land on Corey. Would he be able to put him out? And he didn't. Corey did a good job of implementing his game plan, staying away from the big power, and eventually getting that finish. I believe it was in the third round. I think for the best bets and props article, I think my favorite spot that I put down was the under 4.5 in that fight. So that was around even money. So if anybody tell me on that shit, you're welcome. But yeah, great card. Daly versus Ohomasi was insane. I think I'm gonna have to watch that fight back again since I was live streaming during that fight. Yeah, if that truly is the end of Paul Daly's career, what a way to end off on it, man. Absolutely crazy fight and gets the finish. Good for him. Shawnee Mac, fight day hype. Let's go. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Rex Lee, congrats on all your success. I really appreciate it, man. It's guys like you that have put me on this pedestal now, right? Now I just got to continue delivering for you guys. Ben Big saying congrats. I love you, buddy. Wayul, what's going on, my guy? I am not Sarah G, but I see what you're doing there. What's going on, Jeannie? Wayul is saying I think Romanov and Whittaker are locks. For me, I need to see as minimal threat from the opponent as possible to call my fighter a lock. But good luck on those fights. I do like those two spots, I will say. Skian 1997 is saying congrats, bro. I appreciate it, buddy. Genie is saying this is a great card to predict. Super easy, in my opinion. I wouldn't say super easy. There's a couple weird spots here and there. All right, let's see what the rest of the crew is saying here. Skian 1997 saying your consistency, process, and easygoing personality are what are winning you Patreon subs. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I appreciate the love, my guy. The Czar said, give me some props, lock the mic, shake them haters off. Let's go. I love you, dude. The Czar after Wayne reads what you got. We did a 2-hour podcast last night giving you after Wayne reads. But the things that stood out to me, obviously, Tracy Cortez misses weight by half a pound. I will say this, though. Out of all the fighters that stepped on the scale yesterday, she didn't look the worst in terms of body language and I wouldn't say body language. I'd say like looking sucked out. The worst was Dakota Bush, in my opinion. Even though he made the weight, he did not look good on the scales. Tracy Cortez, it seemed more so that she was disappointed. Like she was still moving fine. She was like, it didn't look like she was labored or anything like that. She didn't look like she was breathing heavily or anything like that. But she just looked more disappointed and pissed at herself than she looked depleted. You know what I mean? That's kind of those are my two main reads from what I saw. And then obviously Zara Farhan missing the way that she did, that was very bad. But we'll see. Metalingus is saying, hi, how do you see Gravely as parlay piece? I think he's a good parlay piece. Rexy Mike Rodriguez is my biggest regret this year. Trust me, me too. Pay-per-view Dizzle in the chat, what's going on? Fucking meow is saying, sending love from Dallas, Texas. I do hope to visit. Hopefully I'm welcome down there. But yeah, no. Appreciate the love, my guy. Wangi77, see you in the chat, my guy. Jared tags Hubbard Cortez parlay feels as if Hubbard is due for a win. I never believe in the due for a win narrative, but I will say I do think he wins here. Earlier in the week, I was picking Dakota Bush to win, but that weight miss, or not weight miss, but that weigh-in really did sway me in terms of I've never seen somebody look that bad since Ketlin Vera hopped on the scale a couple months ago. Danny Lags is saying, seeing Sherman off the sauce make me more confident in Arlovsky now. Yeah, I'm picking Sherman still, which is weird, but I like the spot that I like in that fight is the under 2.5. I think we'll actually see a finish from either Arlovsky or Sherman. And even though Arlovsky hasn't had a knockout in 6 years or something, I think this Sherman fight matches up perfectly for him to potentially get that. Ben Peak is saying, if Phil Davis wins that third round and would have gone for takedowns, he wins that fight. What were the scores on that though? Was it really 48-47? I thought I heard that. I thought it was 49-46, to be honest, just off of what I watched. Pay-per-view Dizzle Phil can't be finished though, yeah. Zachary, wishing the best of luck for your record tie tonight. I hope so, my guy. What are your thoughts on adding a 1 to 10 rating of value in your DraftKings to your end of the week breakdowns you put on Patreon? Ooh. Um, Not a bad idea. I like that idea. Thank you for the suggestion, and I'll definitely take it into consideration when putting together more content. My goal right now is just to get ahead of schedule. Once I'm ahead of schedule, then I'm going to be looking to add some more things to the Patreon because everything that I'm doing right now is eating up a lot of my time, and I do have to blame Bellator a little bit, considering that we've had back-to-back weekends of UFC and Bellator on the same weekend. But now that we don't have Bellator until May 7th, I'm going to be able to get ahead of the UFC schedule and then finally start working on Bellator. But I will look to add more stuff. So thank you for that, buddy. Next week's card is really good. Yeah, 261. I can't wait for that one. Pay-per-view does the car crash turned Corey and Earl Spence into some warriors. Yeah, talk about that, eh? Acai Fuel Mountaineer, you know, that early grind, it's 1 p.m. Luke Fulton is saying 405 on Bellator last night. Miraculously, somehow 14 out of 15 betting lower leagues. Favorites cash so often, cashing under, and the lock, of course. Thanks to you. Keep it up. Yeah, man. Appreciate the love as always. Bellator seems to be a little bit easier to call. Chris Grieve, hard card for betting a lot of fights. Started 50-50. I agree. McLash, Mr. Classic. God, I love that name. And I see what you did there with the wording. I like Paul, but again, I haven't even seen him fight. It's more so just Ben Askren is that bad on the feet, and I don't think he can make that many improvements in a short amount of time. But I'm not going to spend too much time on fucking Jake and fucking Ben Askren today. So, any more questions to say about that? I'm just skipping over them. Just saying. Acai Fueled Mountaineer is saying Arlovsky KO plus 510 and under 2.5 plus 120. Springer on Calvin KO plus 550, 500 on Cortez and Gravely. Can't say I don't hate any of those. JB saying my favorite MMA content creator, my guy. Appreciate it. Luke Fulton, Askren only edge will be his athleticism and cardio. And I'd say his somewhat durability. David Castillo saying Burchek looked bad on the scales. I didn't see how that bad, but maybe I should go back and watch it again. But Bush was definitely one that stood out to me the most. Ben Pika saying I'm looking into 261 now. I'm seeing if Jim Crew is good lock of the night play for me against Anthony Smith since I already have a parlay where I just need Usman to win. I think there's a safer spot or spots than Jimmy Crew, and that's all pre-tape. So we'll see what happens. Lazar Cortez missing weight could help her. I'm not entirely sure. Like if she missed weight by 3 or 4 pounds, then I kind of get it. But she missed by 0.5. I'm not really sure if 0.5 is going to help her. Pay-per-view Dizzle, Jeremy Stevens' mom was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Oh shit, my bad. And she's having a hard time remembering him or his kids. He's fighting for her life. I'm rooting for him. Damn, I didn't realize there was that much narrative into it. Yeah, that should definitely help him from a that should definitely help him out. I'm just Drew saying 500 in Cortez. She seems like a damn good spot, my man. Big Zo saying big day. Let's go. Big Zo, my guy, is saying Betway has a really good odds boost right now. +7 or under odds boost for Whittaker, Arlovsky, and Stevens. Doesn't seem too bad to me. Andre is saying Arlovsky taking this fight on short notice as well. The guy always seems in shape, though, right? He's taking this is his 4th fight in the COVID era, which is crazy. But yeah, I think he should be okay. Genie had a 48-47. Nemkov gave Davis last 2 rounds. Interesting. I didn't realize it was that close. SAE Field Mountaineer as well, saying 48-47. That's crazy. I thought it was like at solid 4-1 Nemkov, but hey, I guess it was a lot closer than I expected. Average Joe, which big favorite is most likely to shit in the apple pie today? Also, Romanov or Whittaker on DK. I'd say Romanov more so has the higher ceiling on DK, whereas Whittaker's probably is just going to be a striking battle, and we might not get that many points off of him, even though he has 25 minutes. But if Romanov gets it done, I think he has a higher ceiling to score way better than what Whittaker is going to bring to the table. And which big favorite is most likely to shit the pie tonight? I feel like Godinez could shit the pie. She obviously has the traits, like UFC newcomer, 5-0, big favorite over a UFC vet. That's the one that scares me the most, to be honest. Yeah. And possibly if Gastelum catches the chin of Whittaker. Luke Fulton, Shevchenko and Usman two-leg parlay is what I'm eyeing for 261. I don't blame you. Cody Painter, who is a better pick, Hassan or Cortez on DK points? Like Al Hassan has the possibility of winning within the first minute, right? Then you get that 60-second bonus from DK. Cortez, I'll say this. I feel like Hassan has higher upside for more points, but I trust Cortez a little bit more. I hope that helps you, buddy. Pay-per-view Dizzy got Arlovsky records mean jack shit. His age is approximately good for an average heavyweight, and he's killing these younger fighters. I got to give him this. 20 losses ain't shit. Yeah, the guy's been around the fucking ringer. Talk about experience. Wayola is saying $800 parlay on Romanov, Whittaker, and all three champs next week. My biggest parlay ever. What you think, bro? I like them all. The Romanov fight's close, man. Just I'd be sweating that one a little bit. And then Zhang and Rose, I think, is closer than the odds indicate. But I still do have all five of those legs hitting. So good luck, my guy. Hi everyone, I'm here. Don't worry, it's okay. Love you, Freddie Freeballing. Nick West, Hubbard and Gravy Parlay plus 109. They're the first two fights of the night and should pay you a little something to play with. I like that. Very good parlay. Biggs Omega went 4-0 with all dogs that won on last night on Bellator. Let's do it again today. Damn. Freddie Freeballing saying Quiche with the upset. I don't know about that. Danny Craig, out of all the big favorites, Whittaker, Allison, Gravely, Godinez, Cortez, who worries you most? I gotta say Godinez, followed by Whittaker, because that knockout power of Gastelum could find itself tonight. But I'm still quite confident in Whittaker. And then Al Hassan, like Gravely and Cortez, I think are my safest spots tonight. But again, it's MMA. Anything could happen. Jorge Sandoval, any prize picks you're liking today? I am so sorry that I did not put out a prize picks tips video for you guys. Completely went over my head yesterday. I will look to put another one out next week. I'm not going to have the time today to do it, but let me look at it real quick for you guys, so see if I can give you guys. Fuck, I'm completely forgot about prize picks. I was looking. So what they had normally said is that they're going to start to drop it on Thursdays, and I was looking all day Thursday, and it wasn't there. I was talking to somebody that I actually know behind the scenes, and oh, there it is. I'm like, look, they didn't even post it still. Let's see what we got. Um, hmm. I'm gonna say, uh, well, I like Al Hassan obviously over 120 points. I think he could score that. Actually, that one's a little bit trickier than I thought. First round win is 100 points, right? So he's gonna have to rack up while he gets the knockdown. If he actually gets knocked down, he's gonna get a knockout. Yeah, you know what? I'll go Al Hassan over 120 points, and I'll go. Hmm, this one's tricky. I'm gonna go Luis Pena under 76 points. I'll go Al Hassan over 120 points. Let me see if there's another one I can find. I'll say Hubbard over 78 points. So you got Razak over 120, Pena under 176, and Hubbard over 78. I'm going to do a three play right there. We'll do $20 to win $100. There's my prize picks tips for you guys. If you guys haven't checked out prize picks tips, again, it's just a over under, try to predict how many fantasy points these guys are going to get. And you have to pick at least two up to five. And if you get it right, they have great multipliers. If you guys are going to sign up for prize picks, prizepicks.com, promo code UFC100, and they'll match your initial deposit up to $100. So thank you, Jorge Sandoval. Sandoval, martial arts fan. Why no one on Penne? Martial arts fan saying you can't trust Hubbard. I don't know. Penny's been off for as long as she has, right? That's a big question mark. And then Hubbard. I feel like even though he's going up against another wrestler here, I think that this is a wrestler that he could actually beat. And the longer this fight goes, it's probably going to be better for him. House of Guards is saying, I got lock of the year on the next card for you. Looking forward to the lock of the night on this. Would be dope to hit 10 straight. Yeah. 9 tonight. And then UFC 261. Hopefully we hit number 10. Break that record. Finesse God saying Vegas doesn't seem to care about the weight miss for Cortez. She's minus 320 on the side I use. Yeah. I thought there would be some public money coming on Keish, but that just shows you how less of a threat Justine Kiss truly is. Like if she had more like knockout power and if she had more killer instinct, I'd be a little bit more inclined to be like, okay, yeah, Keisha's probably live here considering the weight miss. But from all indications, Cortez is good to go. Keenan is taking a stab at Jarmursha around 3 plus 1300. What's in your opinion? Yeah, I think him and Hubbard round 3 spots are my favorite spots on this card in terms of round 3 props. So yeah, good luck on that one. Chris Greaves saying if Keish had a higher output, I would consider her a live dog. Yeah, higher output and power. She doesn't have a finish. She doesn't have a finish via KO on her record. It's Booty in the chat saying, "What's up, Lock? Just got your have you switched off any of your picks? The only one is Bush. I've changed to Hubbard now. JD Gaming, Razak Al-Hassan's corner has COVID. Malkoun fight is off, I believe. Are you sure about that? Because I will boot you from the chat if that is true. We don't tolerate bullshit around here. You're getting to boot, my guy. I apologize, but you're getting to boot. If this comes back and bites me in the butt, then so be it. But yeah, my two main sources of up-to-date information would have tweeted that out by now, and they have not. So hey, JD Gaming, this is your last warning. Pay-per-view. This is saying Jeremy Stevens is his most confident pick. I don't mind that. All right. I knew right away. JD Gaming, yeah, out of here. God, what's with these people? Truly. I truly believe that these guys just come into the chat so they can fuck people over, so people take Al Hassan off their lineups for DraftKings. Just saying. Mike Lowry is saying, wondering what happened to odds. They just cut all content, dude. Like they didn't drop just me or just Cody or just Clint or anything like that. They dropped everybody from MMA to all the other sports they used to do. They're done. Rami is saying Stevens back at lightweight is something I've been dying to see for a while now. I want to see Cody try featherweight before his career ends as well. Dude is a huge bantamweight. Yeah, I agree. Are you talking about Cody Garbrandt? Because if I'm not mistaken, he's going down to one. Well, actually, he's fighting Rob Font at 135. It's Booty saying, "Are you locking your MMA Fanatics picks in this week?" Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that. I totally forgot to do it last week, but I will be doing that. Freddie Freeball and Luis Pena has disappointed me so much in the past. I can't bet or against it as a DJ, and it kills me. Yeah, I like Munoz as the dog there. I think he grinds him out. We'll see how that one goes. Wyatt says, "Can you tell me your lottery picks? I keep hearing you talk about them." Some of them are on the Patreon. My multi-event picks are now exclusively on the Patreon. After that one hit where I got paid out close to 4K, people have been begging me for them. So I have a couple in play right now on the Patreon, and I'm going to continue to keep updated as the events go by. But we hit Shore. We hit two other plays last week. Vittori and whoever my lock night play was, Joe Slecki. So 3 down, and I believe I have 6 more legs to go over the next couple cards. Richard Cruz, Gastelum scorecards, no action. I like that. I do very much like that. Let me know what the odds are on that one. Freddie Freeballer is saying his Dakota Harry Bush top 10 nicknames. If you truly dig through the nicknames that we've seen in the MMA world, I don't think that cracks the top 10. Sam Nissan Munoz by decision, my favorite play tonight. I like it. I like it. I like it. Samni taking a stab at Romanov by decision, not a bad spot. Chris Reeves saying they should start having 15 fights on every card. The whole COVID thing is becoming a joke. I think they schedule at least 14 or 15 fights a card, and then they slowly dwindle down. But yeah, that was definitely a lie. It's Booty saying, don't forget to eye poke that like button. Yes, please do hit that like button. Shows your boy a ton of support. Vladimir Rozek saying, good stream. I appreciate it, my guy. The boot is gone, trust me. PayPal money is saying Al Hassan wins round 1 plus 140. I like that as well. I like it. I like it. I like it. Did I see you coming in late? Can I get a recap so I don't have to rewind? There's nothing to recap. I'm just taking questions, my guy. It was tough saying I believed him for a second, but didn't care because I haven't set my lines. Yeah, I'll always, once I see it, I'm going to go confirm it myself with Nolan King, Brett Okamoto, and Big Marcel. If none of those guys say it, you gone. You gone. That's it. It is. And do you think it's worth the safety to pick Al-Hassan by KO versus Al-Hassan KO round 1? I'd say so. I don't know, man. He's never won outside of the first round, so I think if he's gonna get the knockout, it's gonna come early. I'd be surprised if he gets the knockout in round 2 or round 3. Munoz with the over in Sherman and Whittaker fights. I don't know about the over in the Sherman fight. Sam, you saying am I the only one who bets on every fight in here? I'm the worst, DJ. You probably are. All my serious money goes on a couple fights, maybe 2 fights, but then I do have some lottery tickets here and there. Genius saying Espino, GM3, and Munoz are my dogs. Can't say I don't hate that. Pay-per-view Diz is saying the nicknames got to stop. It's just like with all these Raptors with Lil or TNC and some shit. Even though I don't listen to rap, yeah, I hear it. Sunnyvale, I feel Close is going to get in a firefight with Stevens and get KO like he did against Dariush. That's what my thought is as well. Freddie Freeball saying, which fight do you think is most likely to go to a draw? Interesting question, but I see what your approach is there. Like the ones that you'd have to consider are ones where you see maybe a possible 10-8 for one guy and then maybe his cardio or something drops off. Maybe Fabinski, like if he just completely grinds Gerald Mearshart in that first round, gets a 10-8, and then just starts to drop off in the next 2. But I think if Gerald wins that fight, he probably wins by finish anyway. The only other one that would come to mind would be Razak Hassan and Jacob Malkoun, where we see Hassan get a 10-8 first round and then Malkoun start to take over later. Those are the only ones that I can think about. House of Cards is saying huge money just went on Calvin. Is that true? Yeah, Whittaker's down to minus 250. Genie knows what's up with Big Marcel. That's my guy. Mike Lowry is saying Godinez, Gravely, Cortez, Alessandro. I got in a parlay with 5 other Bellator fights that I got yesterday. Hopefully this hits. Yeah, I like that. I think Godinez is the weakest spot there, but I still think she wins this fight. John said, I liked Munoz in his last fight for short notice, but I've trained with Pena so hard not to let that block my bias. Yeah, I hear you. I think Munoz is the better wrestler there, though, so I think he's going to get the takedowns and probably grind him out. Shortest fight prop, which fight you taking? Got to be Al Hassan, right? Nunes versus Pena is official for 265. Yeah, I saw that announcement. Sammy, what do you think about Hubbard by KO? I like that. I think that's a spot that he could take advantage of later this fight goes, right? Bush looks bad on the scales, coming in on short notice. How good is he going to be able to keep up his game plan, which is normally to wrestle? And if Hubbard can keep him on the feet, could probably knock him out. Al Hassan by KO, like it. Munoz by decision, like it. Cortez, like it. Hubbard over 2.5. That one could get a little bit iffy, but I don't mind that. Gravely decision, like it. Jake Paul, no interest on that at all. 20 to win, 1,200. Shit. Good luck, buddy. Chief Dial is saying, what's the best bets for UFC? Patreon, my guy. Patreon, my guy. Link is in the description below. Sammy Pena Munoz, most likely to be a draw. Interested to see why you think that is the case. Matt Reed saying, congrats on 3K. Did I hit 3,000 subscribers? Did we hit it? Did we hit 3,000 subscribers? We did. Let me bring that. Let me bring that back for you guys. And have a good time. Celebration. We gonna celebrate. Hell yeah. Let's go. It's a good day. That lock of the night played better hit today. After how I'm feeling starting this day off, that lock of the night played better fucking hit. All right, enough of that shit. Appreciate letting me know, Matt Reed, that we hit that 3K. We're at 3,001 to be exact. If any of you motherfuckers said unsubscribe, I'm coming for you. But 3,000 subscribers, 300 Patreon members, and let's tie that lock of the night winning streak tonight. 9 straight winning events. Let's do this shit. Josh Trigil, I still have the fucking Celebrate song in my background. Yes, sir, let's get this bread. Let's do it, my guy. Lock of the night is on the Patreon. I apologize, but it would be unfair for me to give it to you guys when I have 300 people that are paying $5 a month just to get that information. Just saying. Tajik Bey, I know everybody in the chat was waiting for me. So hello, Tajik Bey. Thank you for your undying support and the act that you continue to go on. Josh Trigil asking if I've done the over-under parlay yet. I have not. I'll probably hit that in about 5 minutes, so you came just in time. Raul M, let's fucking go, Lock. Let's have a big day, dog. I'm hoping. King said, fight day, Hubbard, round 3, lock it in. Can't say I don't like it. I love it. Samney feel like Munoz gets caught in the wrong position. Pena could make him pay for that round, but I think Munoz wins the fight on a round-to-round basis. Yeah. You got to get a 10-8 in there, right, for a possible draw. House of Cards is the lock of the night already posted. Yeah, I got in early on it. I think Sunday I locked it in. Josh Trigger under 1.5. Look at this guy. He's making his own over under parlays. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at it. I don't want to be swayed at all yet. I'll make it very soon, and then you can show me what that one is, and we see if we agreed. Cody Painter, which fight is the pullout the bong time? Ooh, good question. That's always for me anyway. It doesn't matter. Then again, I haven't hit a bong in forever. The fight that I give least fucks about on this card has got to be Jessica Pena and Lupita Godinez. Honestly, that's the fight that I give least fucks about. With that said, I'm still interested to see what Godinez brings to the table and what Pena's gonna look like after her long hiatus. But we'll see. Freddie Freeball and celebrate. Let's go. Raul M. Cortez sub. I'd be surprised if she hits the sub, to be honest. I'm gonna go with decision more often than not. Nick West has Hubbard, Gravely, Al Hassan round one, Whittaker by decision. I like it. I like it. I like it. John Hess, Penny is going to win via backpack all 3 rounds. Ooh, that would be a sight to see. John West, bet my well-being on Whittaker and Jake Paul. If it goes south, it's been a good run. The ball is on you to bet on a fight like Jake Paul and Ben Askren. God, I love you. Mitch Fearing, people were really coming at me this week in the Discord over this damn Romanov fight. I swear this is going to be the spot where there's a controversial split decision. Nothing would piss me off more if it wasn't a decisive win for either side. We need a decisive victory. People get passionate in the Discord chat, my guy. I'm glad that everybody managed to keep it somewhat civil. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything too crazy. But yeah, very strong opinions on Romanov this week in the Patreon Discord. Cortez decision at even odds is a parlay piece. I'd rather just play Cortez straight as the parlay piece, but I understand why you want to get the better line on her by decision. So yeah, if you're asking me what my best method of victory for Cortez would be, it would be decision. Raul M saying always bongs them. You know what it is. Jeannie agrees with me. Godinez and Penne. Bathroom break fight. MMA Kappa New Zealand. I believe NZ stands for New Zealand. Just need Gravely, Lupita, and then Cortez via decision to finish a parlay with Bud and Vadim. Nice. That would be a nice hit. Sammy, I just sprinkled Askren around 7 and 8. His durability could come through. Love it. Plus 3,000 payout. Yep. Love those round props. Slightly confident in the over 1.5 in the Romanov and Espino fight. I'm with you there. I could see that one definitely hitting too. Greg Love letting you guys know to hit that like. Please do. That definitely helps. What are we at now? 44. 44 likes. Keep up all the coverage, Lock. I'm loving having someone cover Bellator prelims as the mismatch parlays have been working very nicely for me. You're welcome, my guy. I'm hoping to give you guys like the pre-recorded ones in the future for Bellator, where I go over every single fight a little bit more thoroughly than I have been with live streams. But it's all about getting ahead of schedule, and that's what my plan is over the next little bit. Freddie Freeball, if we're fighting Pena, I'd nut shot him and I poke him in the first round, knowing that I probably wouldn't get penalized. Then I'd foot stomp him. Then I'd work a game plan. That's veteran experience right there from my guy Freddie Freeball. And Cody Painter saying, if Ben starts losing, he going for a takedown. You watch because he will keep going balling. Yeah, that fight is gonna be a shit show. I apologize. If I'm not mistaken, that fight's probably going to be going down around the same time as Whittaker and Gastelum, is it not? So they're going to have some head-to-head competition right there. Mystic Soza in the chat. What's going on, my guy? All right. I feel like this is a good time to do the over-under parlay, which I know you guys have been waiting for. So let's get that going. Get your pens and papers out. We're doing that over-under parlay again. I feel like last week it missed by one fight. I could be wrong. Let me just see what last week's result was. Yeah, the last one missed by 2. I think I actually might be off on that. Oh no, sorry. Last week's was absolute garbage. We went 4-4. So hopefully there's a better outcome this time around. All right. So over under parlay for tonight's card. We're gonna go. Man, this is a tougher one. We'll go over 2.5 in the Godinez and Penne fight. Go over 1.5 in Espino and Romanov. Go over 2.5 in Cortez and Quiche. Over 2.5 in Pena and Munoz. Under 1.5 in Al Hassan and Malkoun. Under 2.5 in Arlovsky and Sherman. Over 4.5 in Gastelum and Whittaker. The Gravely and Burchak one I feel a little bit sketched out about. Bush and Hubbard, I am a little bit sketched out about. Fabinski and Mearshart, another one that I'm kind of sketched out about. And then Close and Stevens. Like, I see that one going to a decision, but given the bad blood between these guys since that the weigh-in yesterday, maybe both guys are just going to fucking go for it. So, yeah, I think this is the one that I'm going to feel most comfortable with. We have 1+ money spot on it, which is, well, I'll go over it once again for you guys here. We got Jessica Penne, Lupita Godinez over 2.5. Juan Espino, Alexander Romanov over 1.5. Quiche versus Cortez over 2.5. Pena Munoz over 2.5. Al Hassan Malkoun under 1.5. Andrei Arlovsky, Chase Sherman under 2.5. Kelvin Gastelum, Robert Whittaker over 4.5. So that was what, a 7-legger. I will put $50 on it. $50 to win, 1,300. Just under 1,400. Dunzo. Jazz, if you want to hit me back with the parlay that you had, I'll try to line it up and see if you guys how yours matched up against mine. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in here. Jahan and Noble Whittaker Gastelum fight is an hour or two after Paul Askren. I do not think so. Is that correct? Freddie Freeball is him bet the house on Quiche. You a ballsy man. Cody Painter, is Fabinski going to get more than 3 takedowns? I'd say so. Freddie Freeball and Quiche going to land a million leg kicks and get knocked out in round 3. Do you think Al Hassan's KO is that can in the first round, but 100 on plus 137? Yeah, I think he beats Malkoun relatively quickly. Freddie Freeball is loving the overs. Mr. Bubbles wanted me to slow down. You can go back. You can rewind a little bit. I'm sure one of my guys in here can quickly reiterate that one for you guys. John West Whittaker is going to land the 1-2 high kick in the second or third, and end it. I'd be very surprised to see Kelvin Gastelum get knocked out. Let's be honest. The guy's never been knocked out. The guy has a crazy chin on him. But if that happens, yeah, I'd be surprised. Charles, will Snoop Dogg say for shizzle during the broadcast is a prop bet on the Askren fight? It's plus 155. He does say it. Yeah, I'd take a little bit of a sprinkle on that. Just saying. And yeah, the guy scared you. It's not off. It's not off. Don't worry about Coon fight is still on. It's Booty saying tail the over under parlay this week. Let's get it. I hope it comes through. 11 p.m. fights. Search 1, 2, 3. How do you feel about the fight completes round 1 in Burchak and Gravely and Hubbard and Bush? I like it. I like both of those. Greg Love, Malkoun gets that sweet KO. He's the one on the receiving end of the sweet KO, my guy. Let me know if you got it, Mr. Bubbles. Let me know if you got it. Ty Drucken, anyone else almost 100% sure Bobby takes it. I think he's a lock. The concern of the Whittaker or Gastelum KO is there for me, but I do think he is one of the safer spots on this card. I got you, Mystic Sosa. I can't believe I'm actually caught up with the chat and we got 130 motherfucking people in here. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like. Definitely helps your boy out more than you guys will ever know. Mystic Sosa, Malkoun gets a KO and I'm never betting MMA. Yeah, could you imagine? Like, what if he like Nate Diaz styles him where he like triangles him and then fucking elbows his head into oblivion? What? Let's see what the odds on Malkoun KO are. Like, you got to take into consideration that Al Hassan got stiffed in his last fight, right? Malkoun by KO is only plus 515. I expected that number to be like plus 800, plus 900. Seems like people are hitting it. Makun KO. It opened at plus 560 and got bet down. That's insane. That is insane. Which I just want to make a quick prop parlay for you guys as well. Let me just hop on my Betway account real quick. I like parlaying methods of victory as well because they usually have some good payouts. I'm only going to make one though. Probably my three safest, I think. So I'll take Cortez via decision or points. It's only minus 125. I'll take Al Hassan in round 1 plus 140. And I'll take Whittaker by decision. Whittaker on points is plus 140. So the odds are what? Plus 1,000 there? $50 to win 518. Let me see if I can find one more spot that I could chuck into there. Should I get ballsy with it and take Munoz by decision? Or Hubbard inside the distance? Let's go Hubbard inside the distance for shits. He's plus 1,600 to win in round 3. That's insane. What? I'm thinking put Asa Hubbard in that parlay. It's plus 176 $50 to win $8,800. But I can't get that greedy. Can't get that greedy. Hubbard by KO plus 550. Interesting. That's a good enough line for me to add there. All right. $50 to win 3.3K. So again, I just put Cortez on points, Al Hassan in round 1, Whittaker on points, and then Hubbard by KO, TKO, or DQ. Hopefully, it doesn't go for a sub. There we go. Gabriel Padilla, would you ever have a subscriber as a guest for a card breakdown? I've never really thought about that. Like for me, it's does the guy know his shit? And I need to know the guy knows his stuff because I just don't want to bring on anybody that is I don't want to call them a casual or they don't do their homework or whatever the fuck it is. But maybe I'd consider it. Freddie Freeball in this Chase Sherman versus Arlovsky fight styles me thinking, yeah, I like the under 2.5 in that. I think we're going to see a bit of a war on the side of Chase Sherman, who usually brings wars. So yeah, I like the under 2.5 in that. Bills Mafia, what's your take on Stevens after what happened in the weigh-ins? I took him winning TKO on the second. Yeah, originally, I still think that Stevens wins. Originally, I thought he wins by decision, but there might be a little bit more heat going into this fight, and he might actually stiff Jakar close tonight. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what round, but I'm leaning KO more so than not. Plus 500 for House of Guards. Cheek Bay. Yeah. Freddie Freeball and St. Malkoon could die tonight. Mr. Bobo, his thoughts on Cortez, Quiche over 2.5, like it. Whittaker, Gastelum over 4.5, like it. Godinez, Penne over 2.5, I like it. Yeah, that seems like a good spot. Greg Love says, my heart says Malkoon and Gastelum went inside the distance. Sprinkles shall be thrown. If you have conviction for it, go for it. House of Cards, but submission plus 950, though. That arm triangle is possible against Al Hassan. Interesting. I'm surprised that the sub prop is juicier than the KO prop, considering his style is more so jiu-jitsu based. Serge 123, despite Burchak having a poor submission defense record, but given Gravely having an even worse one, do you feel Burchak's submission plus 900 is a good step? I think the best way for Burchak to win this fight is via submission. So plus 900 isn't a crazy or is a good spot in my opinion. I think that's something that you could take advantage of, especially if you have confidence in Burchak. Black belt, 10th planet, all that shit. Gravely has been submitted in the past. So yeah, plus 900 is a crazy line. If you like Burchak even in the slightest, I'd go for it. Mystic Sosa saying Hubbard, Hubbard inside the distance. I like it. Freddie Freeball, and if Bridget wins, I'll give my house to some random street dweller. Mo Lester is saying Aljo #1 pound for pound. John Ratchman is Gru, the guy from Eastbound and Down. Yeah, he had that curly hair going on last night. That was funny. Gabriel Padilla, I don't know why, but I have a feeling Arlovsky gets smashed. Yeah, I'm leaning Sherman by finish more than anything. Freddie Freeball, if a subscriber were to be on Lock Show, it would probably be me. I'm the most beloved. I do love you, Freddie. Greg Love, did Close say something to provoke? Do they have any history? I don't think he said anything to him. I think he just got a little bit too close. Gunny, how the fuck did he get Penny Gold Godinez at plus 180? It's a parlay. Plus parlay. Go back and look at that comment. It should be me. I bet the house 3 times in 103. You guys are awesome. Bill's Mafia. Imagine being to GP and trying to give real take to just getting missed by Manny for being such a troll. He is definitely recognized, but I've already told him I'm not going to be highlighting his comments when he's doing this shit. So he can continue up the facade as long as he wants. I see him and I appreciate his stream to stream love that he's always on my streams. And it's funny to see people actually just go out there and argue with him and not know his shtick. So I just leave him in there. He means well. He doesn't talk shit. He's just funny. Love you, Tajik. Dab father in the house. We got about 4 minutes left in the stream. Then I'm gonna get up on out of here. Mr. Bubbles is saying, "Can fade the beard. Do not fade the beard." Oh, look, we do actually have a troll later. Bye. Can't believe we actually got a troll in here. Tydrukin, I've been having a gut feeling. I've been having a gut feeling on Whittaker by KO because of the height advantage along with the kicking ability, but I can't be mad at anyone taking a decision for plus money. Gaslam's always been at a height disadvantage, right? He's fought fucking Israel Adesanya, and Adesanya obviously almost put him out in the 5th round there, but never been finished. The guy's so durable. I'd be surprised if Whittaker wins by KO, to be honest, but let's see. Okay, I was about to say that that a guaranteed lock. Yeah, I think he had 2 other spots on there. Jimmy the Drunk in the chat. Do you ever hedge on parlays or always just let them play out? More often than not, I just let them play out. Yeah, I'm not much of a hedger, man. I can't do it. Now, if it's like a 25K payout or something like that, I'd want to secure at least like what 2 or 3 grand, so I might hedge at that point. But yeah, if I'm winning like in the 4 figures, I'm more than likely not going to be hedging. Always 420. That's my guy right there, Jim Osun. Appreciate you stopping by on the back end of the stream. Loading up a dab right now. Let's fucking go. JB, bro, I have a 9-leg parlay with 8 legs hit from Bellator last night. The last leg is Askren. Should I probably just cash it out now? I'd cash it out, man. I don't know how you can be happy and comfortable betting on that fight no matter what side you're betting on. Crazy. John Gullen, what's your thoughts on Mearshart versus Fabinski? I still have that gut feeling that Mearshart taps him, but I think Fabinski is going to be winning the majority of that fight. I don't really understand the love for the under 2.5 outside of the fact that if you think Mearshart wins, he wins by that. Fabinski's not no knockout puncher. He's not a crazy ground and pounder either. He's more of a lay in prayer. So I don't know. I like Mearshart, but I'm not putting any serious money on it. Greg Love, man, Gastelum rocked Adesanya with a head kick. One of the 2 head kicks that made me go like, what? Second being in Ngannou on Miocic. Yeah, that was crazy. And Stipe just fucking ate it. BC Dave, Whittaker 4th round ground pound KO looks tasty. I don't know, man. Again, Whittaker's Gastelum has never been finished. Freddie Freeball is saying hedging cashing out only shows weakness and you should probably get eaten by a fox or raccoon. God, taking it so far. Ty Drucker is saying the easy fight is also part of it. Gastelum would have been TKO'd if there's more time. I just think it took something out of him. There's just been so many guys that have tried to put him out and could never put him out, man. At a certain point, I think it might come through, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here because it seems like it's getting a little bit out of control. Plus, I hit that 1 hour mark, and that's usually the amount of time that I want to dedicate to these things. I do want to get some stuff done before the 7 o'clock prelim start time. So make sure you guys check out the fights, obviously. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, celebrate the fact that your boy hit 300 Patreon subscribers as well as 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. And tonight, if the Lock of the Night play hits, I secure my 9th straight winning event, which would tie my record for most winning events in a row. And we're going to keep the train moving. Hopefully, I can smash it next week and get another 10 straight winning events. All right. Appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, good luck on your bets tonight. I won't be doing any streams or anything like that tonight, but yeah, maybe a Locky late night at some point, but not promising tonight. Good luck on your bets. See you guys. And yeah, good luck as always.